Round here, them guns get the last word.
The Tekken 8 My Replay channel's rise to controversy was as swift and sudden as the Moonsault Slayer. Where I've been talking about leaks and getting into trouble non-stop, the My Replay channels has been uploading other people's matches, and this has been a widespread issue since Tekken 8 dropped. Fergus is the first person to call this out and really make a splash in the pond, with a tweet that says, "Is there any way to make my replays private? I don't really like scalper channels uploading random matches of me." Now, this initial tweet from Fergus was met with some criticism, as well as my own video talking about the issue. A lot of people feel like you have no dog in this fight. This person uploading these matches aren't doing anything wrong. It's legal according to YouTube, and also Tekken hasn't done anything about it, so it's legal for Tekken. My replay channels are providing players what they want. This is the argument that players make. We want good matches, solid matches. We want to learn the most current things about Tekken 8. And the My Replay channel is firing off videos rapid fire. Every character, every player, and they're giving people that. That's why the numbers is so high. And that's why players is defending it so much, is because on the flip side, what you have is content creators who uploads 50-minute videos, 40-minute videos, and hour videos. Yes, those are cool for people who could just sit and watch an hour video, but most players can't do that. Most players don't want to do that. We don't want to see your whole entire hour of playing Tekken. We want to see like the most important pieces of it. And this is my whole reason why I felt like Tekken switching from infinite rematching to first to 3 would be a good thing overall, because it would force most content creators to stop uploading hour-long videos. Me personally, I don't like it, so I understand why players feel the way that they do. But once again, on the flip side, the players who were in said video, I don't want to say they're being taken advantage of, because that's over dramatic, but I think it's like, it's their videos, it's their matches, they should be rewarded in some way. Fergus says, "I don't know if I'm being the weird one by not liking this. Judging from the replies, tell me I should be grateful for the advertising, even though they didn't plug me in any way. Am I the wrong one?" Here's the thing too, right? If you want to argue that the replay channels is good, okay. But I think we all can agree that, one, they should be crediting the original persons, right? Their YouTubes, their Twitch, their Kicks, their whatever they take from, they should be like trying to, give people credit to either their Twitters or Facebook or whatever. I just think that's fair. And it also doesn't leave them open to any room of like criticism. How can you say I'm taking your content and stealing when I'm trying to guide people to your stream or whatever? I think would be a good defense. But then also on the flip side, once again, Fergus makes a good point. These channels are spelling the names absolutely wrong. It's just like, you gotta show a level of effort so people can at least respect what you're doing. Like the people who you're taking from can be like, okay, they're spelling my name right, they're plugging me, they're this, they're that. Okay, respect. It's like the bare minimum, I talked about this before. I gave my take. I told you guys that this situation will continue to progress, and I'll probably be making another video, because here's one thing: the developers currently have not said anything about it. They haven't said if these people are misusing the system or if they're not misusing it. Some people feel like this is misuse because it's viewed as like my replays are supposed to be confined within the game itself. You're not supposed to be taking those replays and like using them elsewhere, especially gaining monetary value, is how people feel. So until the developers say yes or no, that is the stigma that will go back and forth. We have two juggernauts weigh in on the topic. First Atif, and then Nee responds to it. Atif, this is an excellent point. I want to speak on this matter since the new Tekken 8 releases globally. There's a Tekken channel on YouTube, Tekken 8 Replays channel. I agree it's a great feature for newcomers to learn about the game from their favorite professional players. And this is the thing, right? I think we all would agree that this feature is excellent. It really lets you process the game in a way that was never possible before. You can do things with My Replay that is like mind-blowingly insane, but at the same time, is it being taken advantage of? Atif says, on the other side, my match video is uploading there. I have not seen any benefit with my YouTube currently due to this feature. Don't you think it's unfair to the players who work hard to make some content and someone else is uploading them, getting the attention? Everyone has their view, but as a professional player, I think it's an injustice to the content makers, including myself. I think Tekken 18 should consider rethinking or solving this issue. Now, I know a lot of people say like, oh, whoever doesn't like this feature is hating. They're hating that this person is getting more views, more likes, more subscribers, more whatever. You can call it hating, but I do think like some of these people, bro, their whole lives is dedicated to being good at Tekken. Being good at Tekken is what allows them to continue. So when someone else is intruding on their own gameplay, you have sometimes where players are working on some type of content, you know, let's do a first to 5, we can upload this on our channels, everyone will love it. You have these My Replays undercutting that, taking gameplay and posting it. As much as you like the My Replay channels, you do have to understand that that would not exist without the players they're taking from. And you gotta respect the players who are building this. That's something that I always say about Tekken. It's like, you can't backstab the players, the commentators, the tournament organizers, the people who built your game, the people who made it what it is. You can't turn around and start doing all this crazy stuff, because it just won't end well. It won't look good. It won't end well. It's going to be bad. And the My Replay channels is just an element of that. They're opening the door to that. Here's Nee. Nee brings up a good point. I've been thinking about this too. If they're doing it for the public interest, that's fine. But what I've seen so far is that they're growing their channel with someone else's replays. I don't think that's desirable. If they want to subscribe, grow the channel with your content. This is the thing, right? This is why I was talking about Fergus at the beginning of the video, because the way that they're operating is reckless. Being a bystander, just watching the situation progress, the My Replays gives the sense of, we don't care about the players, we can't even spell your name right, we're not tagging you. Now, the developers haven't said anything about this. One, I feel like it's a reason why, and I'll say in a second, but the reason why I think it's a bad thing is because this situation is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's becoming more of an issue, and I feel like the developers should be trying to put out the fire before it spreads, before it turns into a forest fire. This thing is getting out of control and players are being very frustrated by the goings on. The My Replay channels are interfering with a lot of people's work. The developers should be quick to step in to say, 1, this is legal, or 2, it's not legal. And if it's not legal, address the situation and say, we are going to take action against it. Kind of the same way they did with plugging. Harada and all of the Tekken accounts put out statements at the same time 6 days ago saying how if you're plugging in ranked, if you're cheating, if you're boosting, if you're doing anything to manipulate your rank that's not normal, we're going to take action against you. I feel like the same statement should be put out for My Replays if it is in fact something that they do not want players to be doing. But if it is okay, then say that as well. So everyone, so end the discussion, right? This is legal. This is how Tekken is going to be, deal with it. Should be their response. For other games, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, and so on and so forth, this happens. People take matches from others and upload it. And I don't think that's a good excuse like, oh, other people do it, so it's okay if I do it. In my opinion, that's never a good way to operate.